Hello there. This is Murali from Teaching for Good. Congratulations. We have just completed the first week of the 100 Days of Full Stack App Challenge. We have covered a lot of ground in the last week or so. So let us take a minute to reflect on how we did in the first week of this challenge. And we would like to identify few things that went well, that didn't go well, as well as few things that we can do better. For example, in the first week, we have covered a lot of ground and wanted to see what went well for you. Were you able to learn? Did you struggle with anything? If you learned something last week on how you are doing things, not necessarily what you are learning, the focus is on how you are learning, how you are able to do stuff, and what else you could do differently next time. For instance, in the last 1 week or so, we were able to identify a problem that is worth solving, explore that problem space to see if there are existing solutions, identify how we can differentiate ourselves. We defined an MVP of what that looks like to build a solution in that space. We defined a very high level architecture that we could use, and we have successfully built that initial infrastructure using AWS CDK and deployed the placeholder front-end web application into AWS Cloud. And we were able to finish all this in the first week. So just take a few minutes and reflect on what went well. Were you able to commit some time? Were you able to commit some bandwidth to do it? Were you able to set up your environment and actually do it? Not just follow through the documentation and videos, but were you able to do this by yourself? Were you able to get started on your own problem and then build something through these days? And identify at least 3 things that went well for you. And on the same note, what are some of the things that didn't go well? Things that you would like to do could not get done, or things that didn't go just well as you planned. Identify 3 things that didn't go well. Don't worry too much about the reasons and the background and the excuses. That's not the point. Identify what didn't go well so that we can try to do something better next week. That's the whole plan. You don't need to blame yourself, beat yourself for anything, or worry too much about things that didn't go well. It's important to identify those things so that we can work on improving them. And then identify 3 things that you can do better. It's also another way to look at these aspects is what are some of the things that you would like to keep doing, and what are some of the things that didn't go well that you want to stop doing. And there are some things that you wanted to do but you were not able to do last week. So what are those 3 things you want to start doing? So that is just another way of looking at stuff. You can follow this approach or that approach. Either way is fine. It's important to take that extra moment to reflect on how everything went last week and what we can do better in the next week. It's normally a little difficult time of that entire week to reflect on your own self and making some notes. But this will be a worthwhile exercise because we want to improve ourselves every week, every sprint, so that we can do better in the next weeks. So again, congratulations on finishing the first sprint or the first week of the 100 Days of Full Stack App Challenge. I hope you learned a lot, and we have a long way to go to build this application and make it available to our end users. And we will do it week by week, building a layer by layer for the application. feature by feature in the application deployed. So I'm really excited that we are able to finish week 1 and getting into week 2. I hope you're excited as well. And let's get started with week 2 in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.